the great black and gold, the Crestview. It's about time we get a softball player from the Rebels on the show, and it's a senior backstop. DJ, I know you love catchers. We love catchers. Catchers
I
are
do.
special commodity, and this is one of the best in the area. And Brenna Figley coming into her senior year as a Rebel. We are so happy to have her on board. Brenna, thanks for coming
Hi.
on, girl.
Thank you for having me.
You
It's
got
great
it.
to have you here.
It's senior year, right?
Yes.
And it's kind of it's kind of not only your last season, but it's your comeback season because you had
Yes.
to unfortunately miss your junior year to an injury, most of it at least. Talk about what it's been like to deal with all the emotions of comeback season and final season as a Rebel.
Honestly, I feel like I wouldn't ask for it to go any other way. I feel like not playing the full season last year and it like ending unexpectedly, I feel like I kind of just like appreciate everything a little bit more now. Um and I feel like I just really wanted this season a lot more this year than I feel like I have ever, just because it is my first season back and it is my senior season. So yeah, I feel like it's been really exciting.
Brenna, from a mental perspective, how has it been for you? I'm sure there's moments that you've kind of had to, relive, what you've gone through, and then have to overcome some things, some of the adversity that you've potentially come up upon. What has it been like for you? Have you had moments of setback? Have you had moments of you've got to fight through battles that in kind of in your own head?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the biggest battle has been more mentally than anything. I feel like last year, especially for recruiting, for a lot of things, I feel like your junior season is just so important. And missing that, I feel like I thought I was going to be like really, really set back. I was really nervous about that. So I feel like a lot of it just had to do with lifting and making sure that my body was ready, as well as my mindset too. But I have a really great support system, and our coaching staff, Coach Miller, Coach Finch, Coach Farron, I feel like they all had my back since the very beginning. And they didn't treat me any less of a person or a teammate even after I was injured. So I feel like that was really important, and I was really sad to like not be able to play. But after I got my cast on, I was actually able to, Coach Miller let me pinch run and courtesy run, which was really, really nice. I feel like that honestly really helped more than a lot of people probably understood.
Brenna, when we talk about this year, we were talking before you came on. It's been a rough weather season. We've had to stop and go. There's been about 5 days in a row where we showed up to a field. We think we're going to get a game in, and the rains come. It's got to be tough on the athlete to kind of try to stay engaged. What are some things that you've been doing to try to stay mentally strong during the ups and down of Northeast Ohio weather?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like just staying with it, going to practices and taking like I guess doing everything I can even when we are inside. Like when the weather is bad, we're either practicing on the turf football field or in the gym hitting. So I honestly feel like just like knowing that eventually we're gonna get to play has been a big part of it for me.
Kind of piggybacking off of that question, as a catcher, I
Hmm.
remember when things got rained out, it is the worst case scenario for a catcher because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have to throw those shin pads on and go catch bullpens for about an hour. Is
Yep.
it the same kind of mentality for you? I mean, do you know? Oh my gosh, here we go. And and usually there's no catching coach on staff, so you're just kind of
Right.
entertaining yourself and catching those bullpens. How do you keep your kind of wit sharp and everything sharp while you're doing the monotonous catching bullpens for everybody's favorite, the pitcher?
Yeah, actually, that's kind of funny because I feel like all of our Crestview coaches and teammates know that there's nothing more that I hate than catching bullpen. I absolutely hate it. It's my least favorite thing. But I feel like with that, usually how like our bullpen and live hitting works is Coach Miller will have me call pitches and we'll do pitch counts too. So like he'll have me call balls and strikes, which kind of like keeps it like entertaining, I guess, a little bit. Um, but yeah, everybody knows on our team that I absolutely hate it. It's dreadful.
So
Having
you have to umpire, you have to be a catcher, and you have to kind of be a coach in that. So the way I
Yes,
count it, that's three different things, three different jobs you should be getting paid for. Back there,
right.
catch.
Yeah, yeah. To say the least, that's for sure.
having the catcher as an umpire, that's advantage defense right there.
Yeah.
Every corner call you're getting,
Uh huh.
if it's on
Yep.
the
Depends
black,
on
it's a
how the
strike.
pitcher pays in food. That's all.
Britta, I
Exactly.
want to talk about the catching legacy at Crestview. The catcher that came before you, of course, Carson Moore, did a lot of great things at Crestview, went to the next level. I know she's a big impact on what you've been able to do at Crestview as well. Talk about living up to that legacy and trying to, kind of keep the Crestview backstop as strong as it's been in the past.
Yeah, I absolutely love Carson Moore. Carson Moore definitely has had a humongous impact on CrossU softball and me. I feel like in a lot of different ways, like not only as a catcher, but the way that she treated our pitchers, Caden at the time, Ellie Ricketts at the time, Brubaker at the time, just everybody that was in the circle. I feel like she really put them and the team above herself always, with her being such an asset as a catcher and everybody knew who she was, everybody knew how much potential she had. I feel like coming up and catching after her and being so close to her, I feel like it was a lot of pressure to come up to. But honestly, I think that that's kind of what helped me like push. Like, I didn't want them to be like, oh, wow, we really miss Carson behind the plate. So I feel like in that aspect, I really used her legacy to kind of push off and kind of start my own.
So I guess the next question has to be, I mean, you look to Carson, her legacy. Now you've left one and are currently leaving one. Who's next? Who gets the baton after you, and who have you really been trying to force into this position so that way they're ready when the time comes?
Well, we have a few. We have a current sophomore. Her name is Taylor. She saw some time behind the plate last year while I was out. We have a freshman that catches. Her name's Elizabeth Dean. And then we have an upcoming, she'll be a freshman once I'm gone. Her name's Gia DePace. I've heard a lot of great things about her. But honestly, I feel like I'm honestly not sure. I feel like that's definitely going to be an open spot that I'm excited to hear everybody competing for. But as far as handing off the baton and like leaving my legacy and someone else starting a new one, I feel like as much as catching as it is like in the dugout and energy and being loud, I really, really hope I have a lot of faith in the underclassmen, the sophomores and the freshmen that they're really gonna pick up our team and run with it.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
Thanks.
And now we go full circle because you're going back to being behind Carson Moore at Ave Maria. Talk about that and what it's like to kind of follow in her footsteps yet again at the next level.
Yes, I am really excited. Their freshman year, my sophomore year, and even my junior year last year while they were up there or down there, I guess. I followed them a lot and talked to them all the time, and heard all the great things about Ave Maria. And then this year, actually, again with my whole like thumb breaking and not playing my junior season, I honestly was like kind of feeling um, a little defeated, I guess you could say. And then randomly, it was the most random thing ever. Their head coach Coach Plesbert, who actually resigned now and is not there anymore, reached out to me and asked me to send her some like clips and videos of me playing like most recently. And I told her that I could send her some bullpen stuff, but that like I didn't play a junior season. So I talked to all of their coaches a lot on the phone, and I set up a visit, and I went in November, and I actually roomed with Carson and Caden, and I kind of just followed them around the whole weekend. I played in an inter squad scrimmage with them on Saturday morning when I was there, and I feel like it was just an amazing environment, and I definitely see how like that environment pushed Carson, I guess, to thrive there. So I feel like I just wanted to get in on it. And being excited or being able to play one more season with Carson and Caden after I thought like my freshman season was it is so exciting.
Aubrey Maria is going to have to start paying some advertising bills, or at least trying to. Maybe they pay for a new building at Crestview because I feel like they have honed in on Rebel Country. Uh,
Yes, they have.
Congratulations, Brenna. That's
Thank
amazing to
you.
hear. With your so crazy question with your thumb, you're probably in a cast or a splint or something, right?
Mhm.
Were you just walking around thumbs up and everybody all day? Like, how did that work?
Um, yeah, so my cast covered my entire thumb. No thumb. Looked like it was gone. And my cast went up to like about here. So I was in it for a while. It took a lot longer to heal than originally planned. I was in my cast. I only played like 5 games in, so I was in it pretty early and I didn't get out of it until June. So I feel like that definitely my tan line was pretty bad, if you can imagine.
So I guess if you would have been my teammate at the time, I would have walked over every time I made a sweet play and be like, Brenna, how'd you feel about that play? Because your thumb's already up. We're ready to go. So you were the team leader, the team
Team.
pep talk.
Yes,
I love it.
yes, yes.
Brenna, one of the things I want to ask you, you talked about how junior year and the recruiting process was put on hold because of the thumb, and it made you nervous. So when you finally got the sign on that dotted line, what was that moment like to kind of make the reality come true of something I'm sure you dreamed about forever, that you're going to be a softball player at the next level?
Yeah, it felt really good. Honestly, I feel like it's like one of those feelings that you don't really get how it feels until you're actually like there doing it. And just everybody that I had with me, the team, the girls, the coaches, my parents, all of them, I feel like it was really something that it was more, not just me, but like a community thing. So it was really, really nice to just know that all the hard work is paid off.
We know you're big into your goals and personal team goals as well. How did the injury change your trajectory, I guess, of those goals and trying to accomplish them? Did you have to go back to the square one? Did you have to go back to the books and say, okay, this is what I want to accomplish now? And what are those things that you want to accomplish before you walk across that stage and hang up your black and gold cleats, so to speak?
I definitely had a lot of personal goals and team goals. I feel like as last year I kind of like once I broke my thumb and I was out, I was done. I kind of definitely put like my personal goals on hold obviously and really just focused on the team and the girls, which I feel like also kind of like helped me. I originally felt like really like I just had no clue what I was going to do, and then I got to focus on the girls and the team, and they did a really good job at still like making me included and making me feel like part of the team, which was really nice. um then I feel like ever since I got my cast off and I got cleared, I was really focused on just getting strong. I felt like that was kind of the biggest thing is I didn't want to play like I was still a junior. I wanted to play like I was a senior. So I feel like getting strong and building back the muscle that I hadn't been able to use for a while was really key to that also. But honestly, I feel like my personal goals is just to do whatever the team needs me to do. Whether it's to hit the crap out of ball and get on base and score, whether it's to help our pitchers and just make sure I'm framing everything as well as I possibly can. Yeah, so I kind of feel like I love our team with everything in me, so I feel like my personal goals are just to simply help our team goals.
All that matters, and all that matters is she just dropped a. I don't care if I have to hit the crap out of the ball like
Right.
that. That's an all timer. That might be a quote across social media, right with Brenna's
When
picture.
Brenna, when you get an NIL deal, your shirts have to say "hit the crap out of the ball." All right.
Yes, that is
Is that a
something that
you
Coach
quote or is that a Coach Miller quote?
Coach Miller, I feel like there have been a lot of instances where like I'm the leadoff hitter before the game starts when we're away or after we get done playing on the field, he like comes up to me and like acts like he's gonna like give me this like really serious like pep talk and then he like puts his card like up to his face and then he just tells me to hit the crap out of the ball. And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah.
Now, here's the big question that I think a lot of viewers are probably wondering: is that edited for TV, or does he actually use crap?
No, he uses crap, I would say.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
say. I mean, of
Okay.
course
Look at
it
Anthony
depends
doing
on
the journalism. He's fishing for answers. These are the big hitting questions from Anthony Hartwig.
So back to, we haven't talked about your leadership yet, just like the being a senior leader and having the team just lean on you so much in that aspect. What's that been like for you, trying to, not just be the best player you can be, but also put these players, especially the ones that'll be back next year, in the best position to succeed for the future?
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I love that just as more as anything else. I feel like the freshmen this year and the underclassmen, um, especially like the sophomores this year, like yes, I got to lead them last year, but I feel like it was just a little bit different, like since I wasn't on the field. But honestly, I love just talking to the girls and being there for the girls. The freshmen, they perform really, really well, but I feel like every once in a while, whether it's in the dugout before they hit or um, on the field, I feel like sometimes they just need somebody to tell them that it's okay and to just calm down a little bit. And I love that I get to be the one to do that.
We always talk about role models and heroes and kind of how they've sculpted student athletes to be who they are today. Who are those people for you? Who are the people that have made you this great young lady that hits the crap out of the ball?
Um, I feel like my biggest role model definitely has to be my mom. My mom has had the biggest impact on me, whether it's been softball, school, just life in general. I feel like she's always been the one that just needs to be like, Brenna, you need to calm down. You're doing fine. Like, she's always been that for me. As far as softball has gone, um, Coach Miller definitely has had a really big impact for me with that. I feel like being a team captain sometimes, like, and the leadoff hitter and the catcher, sometimes I feel like I've gotten into kind of pressured situations, and he always just tells me that he trusts me and that I just have to trust myself. So I feel like that definitely had a lot to do with it. As far as leading our team and being like a leader, I definitely would have to say Carson. More Caden Sutton, Kenneth Schultz. I feel like they were the best captains as a freshman that I could have asked for. Um, I feel like a lot of the things that I say to the freshmen or the underclassmen, um, they've said to me, and I feel like that's been a big part of it too.
Brenna, you brought up your mom. Mother's Day is coming up very, very soon. What do you think's on your mom's wish list for Mother's Day?
Probably clean house, honestly. She maybe to do some laundry. I don't know. She's pretty great, but she definitely maybe dishes. I don't know.
Which one do you get to do?
I hate doing the dishes. I
Hate.
the dishes if they're like if there's old food or anything, absolutely not. 1000% not.
It's so gross. Like I'm 40 years old and I still hate like putting them in there and then like your hand hits another dish that had
Exactly.
food on it. Like,
Exactly.
oh
Like I
man.
have rubber gloves that come to my elbows, and that's the only way I'm touching them ever. Absolutely disgusting.
Are you a dishes in the sink girl or do you put it directly into the dishwasher?
Um, what I hate about dishes is we have a dishwasher, but everybody will like rinse off their dishes, but then just leave them in the sink instead of putting them in the dishwasher.
Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly, exactly.
Heathens. Heathens.
Yeah,
Heathens.
yeah.
That brings
Sacks of stubs.
when you look at the life skills you're going to be nervous about having to do yourself when you're out of the nest in Ave Maria. What are some things that you think you've taken for granted a little bit that your mom and dad do for you at home?
Um, I'm trying to think. Definitely. Hmm. I don't know. Washing my bed sheets. I
Mm.
feel like I am really good with doing my own laundry most of the time. And I help out with dishes, but usually like they do the dishes or my sister will. But I feel like my bed sheets and my pillowcases and my comforter, I feel like my mom is like I feel like she does that the most. So I feel like probably that.
Febreze. That's all you need. Just need a can of Febreze. Just Febreze it. You'll learn in college. You'll learn in college. Febreze fixes everything. Brandon, we cannot thank you enough. We're huge fans, obviously, of what you do on and off the diamond. We wish you all the best wherever you go. The end of this year, moving down south, which will be
Mm.
nice. You won't have to worry about that weird suntan anymore. So you'll make up for it. But keep doing great things. Keep representing Crestview in this entire region because you do it so well. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brenna Figley.